everybody. How we doing? It's December 14th, Saturday night, and of course we have some breaking news. Not very exciting, pretty scary to be honest with you. And it's 9:30 at night, so I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day, but I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait to do this video, to do this podcast, because hey, everybody needs an opportunity to get prepared. So here's the rundown. We know that Hamas attacked Israel. Israel responded. They're on the ground in Gaza, destroying everything that breathes in their path. Anything that looks Hamas is getting completely destroyed. And then a couple days ago, Hezbollah had attacked Israel on the northern border. Israel responded, and now Lebanon is involved. They have attacked. Israel has responded. And so here's the problem with that. This is a major development, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, Iran is warning. Russia has already warned Israel, don't go in there and get crazy with Gaza, or we're going to have to step in. Exercise wisdom. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to kill anybody. We're not going to do any more damage than we have to do over there. Whatever it takes to eliminate that threat, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to minimize civilian casualties. But you got Hamas over there. They're shooting rockets out of people's kitchens. I mean, Israel is just in such a bad position. It's hard not to have any civilian casualties, because Hamas, they're cowards, and they fight from within civilian population, from within hospitals and stuff like that. And so they hide behind innocent people. And then, so that's Russia saying, be wise how you handle things. And then Iran is now saying, hey, no more in Gaza. If you don't pull out of Gaza, we're going to have to get involved. That's not good. Because when you get Iran, you get Russia. When you get Russia, you get China. So it's all of these countries, which the Bible says that in prophecy, that nations are going to come against Israel. And so I'll have to find that scripture for you. But so now we have Hezbollah or Lebanon coming, and they're fixing to get involved. And here's the problem with that, is because those soldiers from Lebanon, they're battle hardened soldiers. There's 150,000 of them on the border waiting for orders to go. They have like 150,000 rockets and some pretty state-of-the-art weaponry to attack Israel with. They got a ton of soldiers that were in the 12-year war with Syria. Those guys are not rookies. They're battle hardened. So here you have Israel, and they're going to have to split their forces. They're fighting on the south and they're fighting on the north. We are already there with carrier groups, and so carrier fleets, and with destroyers and aircraft carriers, jets, C-10s or A-10s, and so we're involved to a certain degree. But when Lebanon gets involved, Iran gets involved, we're going to be knee deep in what's going on over there. And at that point, that's when it's going to be brought over here to the North American continent, to our land, okay, our home. And then at that point, we don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see of all these people that have been coming over the southern border are actually what we think they are, which are sleeper cells and soldiers waiting for phone calls. So, and then you have the possibility that all of our soldiers get sent overseas. They call up a draft, they reinstate a draft, make it legal again, and then they send more soldiers, they draft soldiers, leaving us with a very limited number of people that can fight to protect our country. And that's going to leave us weakened. So it could go either way. All I know is if Iran gets involved, Russia's going to be involved on their side. And then at that point, it could go nuclear. If Israel gets desperate and they're running out of troops, there's a chance that they could make it. They could take it nuclear to defend themselves. So it's not good. And at this point, you really need to be getting yourself ready. I mean, I know I've been telling you this for a couple weeks now. Just started this channel, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time. But at this point, it's time to quit talking about it. And you're going to have to go and you're going to have to find some money or take some money out of another area of your budget, and you're going to have to spend some money and get ready and get prepared to take care of your family, because all that Middle East stuff over there, I'm going to tell you something. Oils we're already scarce. Our strategic reserves are already low, and so we're going to have food supply, food chain interruptions. We're going to have fuel interruptions, and it's going to get bad very, very quickly. And so at some point, it's going to be too late. So I'm warning you now to go out, do what it takes to get your family prepared so you won't starve to death. I'm not telling you to go build a bunker to spend $100,000 and all this crap. I'm just telling you to go buy some food and some water, enough to get you by for a month. I don't know how long it's going to last. You need enough to last as long as you could possibly afford it, okay? If you can afford to put up 90 days worth or 120 days worth of food and water, you need to do that. This is no longer a conspiracy theory. We are looking at the world around us. It's fires everywhere. The world around us, especially the Middle East, is going crazy. These are real wars. This is not Desert Storm, okay, where it's going to be over in 100 days. These are major and massive countries that are getting involved, and they're heavily involved, and we're involved now because we have the Navy over there and SEAL teams and Marine Corps, and so we're involved whether we want to be or not, and so I just have to really urge you to be prepared, to start making some plans, and to make some moves. Quit thinking about it. Quit questioning it. At one point, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you could have called us doomsday preppers, crazy guys. It's a reality right now. And so it's time to get serious. It's time to do what it takes to prepare your family and to make sure you're spiritually prepared for what's coming. I honestly, if it were me, I wouldn't even be. At this point, I would be making plans to literally move out of a major metropolitan city, a large population area, and go somewhere a little bit more, where it's not as dense a population. And so that's how serious I think this is. This isn't stirring anybody up. This isn't trying to scare anybody. These aren't scare tactics. This isn't fear-based reporting or whatever you want to call it, fear-based podcast. This is a little dose of reality. And so you need to be real with it and get serious about it and start making some preparations right now, because every day that goes by, and this has been a week and a half, 2 weeks that this has been going on with Israel, and in 2 weeks it's escalated so much that in another 2 weeks we could be in full-on World War III. And just in 2 weeks. And that's why I'm telling you, you need to get prepared and you need to get serious about this, because so much has already happened in the last 2 weeks. Who knows what else could happen in the next 2 weeks. And so I'm just wanted to come on. I hope you can sense the urgency in my voice. Everything's going crazy. And so anyway, I'm going to let you go. But I want you to prepare to live. Prepare to live, because if you don't prepare now, you're just going to be prepared to die, and nobody wants that. We all have this inherent desire to live, and just because we're on, if society as we know it breaks down, there's a moral breakdown, an economic breakdown, social breakdown. We go into chaos. It doesn't have to be like the Book of Eli, where everybody's crazy and killing each other. Not if you prepare yourself for these events that are coming. They are coming. The only thing that is yet to be figured out is whether you're going to be ready for them when they get here. And so start training yourself, start making plans, start making a list, set goals, get with some like-minded people so that you can help each other out if something and when something happens and goes down. That way you won't be out here fighting all by yourself. You're not going to last long. If it's just you, if you're the only one in your family that's trying to defend your property, you need a community. You need eyes, multiple eyes and boots on the ground. And so it may be time to start looking at militias and our communities forming militias. We've still got people coming over the southern border. I mean, but this Middle East thing is really a crisis and a little scary. I mean, I'm prepared. I'm prepared for whatever comes. We're not going to suffer unless we're targeted by groups of marauders or something like that. We're not going to be the ones that suffer. I don't want it to come to that, and I certainly don't want to hurt anybody, but I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to protect my family and my church family, and I want you to be prepared also. So take this time you have. I mean, it could pop off tomorrow. I mean, there's just no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing what plans are already in place. There's no way of knowing what steps are already being taken that are behind the scenes that we don't even know about. And so there's stuff that's happening now was probably planned 6 months ago. So, but I want you to take it seriously, because this is a very serious matter. This isn't any what ifs. This is not a what if scenario anymore. These people are fighting and they're dying, and Israel is going harder than they've ever gone before, and they are leveling the Gaza Strip. They warned people to get out, to evacuate. They warned the innocent to evacuate, and so now they're going in hard charging, and they're going to make sure that when the smoke settles and the dust clears, that Hamas never wants to set foot in Israel again. And so I'm really watching this closely. Typically, I wouldn't even have really done this video, but when I went through my normal scanning of the news and different shows, different podcasts, different newspapers, news outlets, and I saw what's going on, I was like, man, I've got to get on the air and at least get the word out. Maybe if only one person takes action, that's just one less person that's going to suffer. So God bless you, and do what it takes to get yourself ready. Do what it takes to take care of your family. Be wise, use wisdom, and don't take this lightly. Don't just blow it off. The government, if this happens, our government's going to be so busy putting out fires across the world. They're not going to help us. They're not going to be available. They're not going to be able to help us. The resources aren't going to be available to help us. We are going to have to be able to help ourselves. EBT cards won't work. Food supply chains are going to be interrupted. The fuel trucks are going to stop running because all of our fuel is going to be going to the war, and any new supply, even the oil that we produce at home isn't going to be enough to meet the demand. So either fuel prices are going to just be outrageous to where nobody can afford it, or we're just not going to have enough. So plan accordingly. Make sure you've got enough drinking water for every person whoever is in your home. You need 1 gallon of water per person per day. That's a half a gallon or 3/4 of a gallon to drink, and a 1/4 gallon for hygiene purposes. And you need to have at least 1,500 calories per person per day. Okay? And so I'm going to let you go. God bless you. God be with you. Please prepare to live. Get prepared. Get ready. Don't wait any longer. We'll see you later. We'll see you next time. If something comes up, I'll be the first on. God bless y'all. Prepare to live. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about today's episode.